Alright, I'm going to be making some sourdough focaccia, about 50 grams of my starter, 225 grams of water, 410 grams of bread flour. Here we go, 410. Now we're going to mix this all up until it forms a little dough. About 12 grams of salt. This part you got to do with your hands, and it's not that fun. And then I'm gonna cover it and set it on the side, and I'll come and deal with it in about an hour. It's like, cover this with this damp cheesecloth, or you can just use a towel or whatever. So it's been like 2 hours, and I'm making focaccia. I'm not making like a regular bread loaf, so I'm just gonna do a couple of stretch and folds, and then I'm leaving it probably for another 6, 8, 10 hours. I don't even know. Anyway, it just looks like that right now. I'm gonna cover it up with the wet cloth and put it away. Change of plans. I was gonna make focaccia. I am completely out of olive oil, so we're turning this into a boulet, peppers and ricotta bruschetta loaf. Done its first rise. And we're gonna just put it on the table, flip it around a little bit, and I'm about to spread this dough out, and I'm gonna layer it, coat it with my bruschetta. I don't know what I'm doing. This is a learning experience, so we're gonna see what happens. This is my peppers and ricotta bruschetta, and I'm just going to layer this whole thing, and I'm gonna fold it all in. And like I said, we don't know what's gonna happen. Wing it. We'll see. It might turn out delicious. It might be a total flunk. And if it's a total flunk, I'm still gonna post it. Once you do that, you fold this in half this way. You fold it in half that way. I'm gonna put the remainder on here. Spread it out. Try to get it all out the jar. I got this from Rouse's, and I've never tried it before. It smells delicious. We're gonna roll this way. Try not to tear it. It's kind of impossible. And I'm just going to make a mess first of all. Just gonna roll it and pull it. Like push it forward and pull it. Push it forward and pull it to make a ball. I'm not gonna do it too many times because I don't want that bruschetta everywhere. Some people say don't use a cheesecloth, but last time I used it, it worked fine. So that's what I'm gonna use. And I'm going to flour the hell out of it to make sure that my dough does not stick. And I'm going to proof this overnight in the fridge. So let me flip it upside down like that. And I'm just going to cover it up with the cloth so it doesn't dry out. And we're popping it in the fridge overnight. And we'll be back tomorrow. I am out of parchment paper, so see this bread? Well, the dough. I usually flip it from the parchment paper. This is gonna be a little tricky. Oh God, okay. Huh? Okay, I actually did it. So I have my bread laying, but I'm not gonna do anything fancy. We're just gonna cut right here to allow it to bake and open up. I'm gonna put it in the oven at 450 for 30 minutes. And then I will cut it down to 425 with the lid off for another 15 minutes. I just pulled it out of the oven. I don't know how I'm gonna get it out of this pot since I was out of parchment paper, but now we gotta let it cool off. I'm gonna put it on a wire rack, and we're gonna wait for, it has to cool off for like an hour before you can cut it. It's pretty though, right? It is pretty. I like it. The moment of truth, right? It's got like a flop. Wait, okay.
What?
The ear, it's called an ear. This is a pepper and ricotta bruschetta bread. Okay, it's a little dense, but it kind of worked. It's actually not a little dense. Nice, smell it. That almost smells like a jalapeno one. I guess it's a success.